Today, I'm showing you 5 free prints for your Bambu Lab P1P. A couple of these are must-haves, while the rest are just nice to have. Let's jump into it. First off, the must-have that you're gonna need for this printer, especially if you just got this printer, is really you're gonna need a poop bucket. These are such a must-have for these printers because they're always constantly purging filament out the back and you need somewhere to catch it. I found this free file over on MakerWorld and it's a very simple design, but it does utilize some magnets. So what's great is this does take in some magnets. It's going to really help keep it attached to the printer, and they're just so easy to put in. They're just press fit in. And this printed really nicely, and it's got some little wings here to kind of help guide it into the back of the printer. Installation is super easy. I've been using this one for a while without the magnets. I just realized I had magnets for this today, so I went ahead and installed them. And it's super easy. You just put it on and slide it down, and the 2 lips on the top keep it nice and centered, and the magnets keep it to where it doesn't move anywhere. This is a super simple design, and it really is a necessary thing for these printers. Let's move on to something that's not necessarily a necessity, but something that is a nice to have. Next up, I found this screen cover over on MakerWorld from the user P1P. Now, what I did do is I added my own text to this, so that way I could put the printer's name on the front, which will help my wife identify the printer out of all the other printers in case I need her to fix something for me when I'm not home. This was very easy to print. I just used the AMS to add a second color here. This printer's name is Hamakavula, and all of my printers are named after characters from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And this one is super easy. You just print it out and it should just slide right on. And now, not only have we added a little bit of customization with the colors, but we also made it functional by having a name on it, so that way we know what this printer's name is. And that could be especially important if you have more of just the same printer. So if you had like 2 or 3 P1Ps, something like this is a huge nice to have. Just like we're taking the P1P to the next level with these upgrades, you could take your projects to the next level with PCBWay. PCBWay doesn't just do PCBs, they also do injection molding, 3D printing, and they even do CNC machining. If you wanted to get one of today's upgrades done in CNC machined aluminum, you could totally do that with today's sponsor. Hit the link down in the description below if you want to learn more. Now this next print is called the Shifty by JD over on MakerWorld. And these are called the Shifties. Basically what these are going to do is it's going to help you align your build plate onto the printer just that much easier. Let's get this installed and give them a try and see if they're any good. I printed these in Filament PLA Vanilla White, and I have to say these turned out so good. All right, let's get this installed. The easiest way to do it is to start at the back, kind of loop it in, and then just push, and it snaps into place, super easy. And now installing the build plate should be that easy. Wow, that is actually, I need that on all my printers. That is awesome, and it works so well. The way that they just, there's no hesitation. It just goes in perfectly. 10 out of 10, I totally recommend those. I need to install those on all of my printers because that makes life so much easier. It was kind of easy before, but you could mess it up from time to time, but that just makes it foolproof. And sometimes that's all we need. Something just to make things foolproof easy. On to the next one. Next up, this one's a very simple design. It's not super functional. It's just gonna help keep some extra dust out of your printer. And that is this cover from 3D Visa over on MakerWorld. Now all this does is it just goes on and covers up some ports, so that way you don't get any extra dust in there. And with me being in the desert where it's super dusty, stuff like this makes a big difference for me. Let's get this installed real quick. Now back here on the P1P, you have these little holes right here, and I honestly am not sure what those are for, but we're going to go ahead and cover them up using this. Bam, that was easy. The fit was perfect, and if we need to, we can always pop it off without a problem. That's a nice little functional print. Let's move on to the next one. Now, hands down, I saved the most important one for last because I actually really hate having the spool on the back like this. It is such a pain to get to it, and having it on the side would just be so much better. Now, thanks to Licky Lauda over on Makerworld, we can relocate that to the side using this very simple print. Let's go ahead and get this installed, and hopefully this will make my life a lot easier going forward. Real quick, I just want to say a quick moment to say thank you to my Patreon supporters. Couldn't do this without you. Hit the link down in the description below if you want to join up. You're going to need longer screws for this part. I went with some M3x16s. I'll have a link down to a kit in the description below if you wanted to pick it up. Now that is nice on there. It's not going anywhere. Next, we can relocate this right here to here, so it'll be a lot easier to reach. All right, now it should be way easier to load these up from the side rather than having to mess around with the back. This should just go right on here. Perfect. And this just feeds in like so. This is going to be so much better. Why they put them on the back, I don't understand. It's so much better when it's on the side. Sweet, now with this installed, let's talk about one more thing. So there we have it. That was 5 free printable upgrades for your printer. Let me know if I missed any that are must-haves down in the comments below. And before you go, you should really check out this video right here because YouTube thinks you're gonna like it.